We're going for your host. Hi. My last name is Adams, so my first name is Chris, my last name Adams. Two first names. Pretty easy, but it's fine. Hi, are you guys good? I'm actually really ecstatic to be here. I'm ecstatic to be anywhere, in fact. I've discovered the secret to happiness. If you're ever depressed about anything, just almost die. It'll cure you right away. And mine came at birth. Like when I was born a heroin baby, which I look at as a positive thing, because that means I kicked heroin at birth. Like I am 35 years clean and sober. Right? And when I was born, I was 1 pound, 7 ounces, which I don't know if it is street value. But judging from Breaking Bad, I was worth a lot. I was a little $1 million baby. It was adorable, you know? And that's why I don't do drugs now, because I've already had the best drug that there is, womb heroin. It's like, you can give me your best China White, but unless it comes from an umbilical cord, I don't want it. It's like I need that placenta grade to get off, you know what I mean? The kind mom used to make. Another reason I'm really happy is I grew up homeless. Anybody else? Okay, that's interesting. I was homeless, but I lived in a car, which I think is a positive thing, because that means my mom could never tell me to go to my room. You know? It's like, where else do you want me to go? The trunk? Yeah. Some people got to spend timeouts in a corner. I spent timeouts with a tire. And it was great. But the good thing about being homeless, like I said, is, living in a car, I got to look down on people that lived under the underpass, you know? Because there was a homeless hierarchy when they were below it. And it's like, that was our form of bougie. You know, everybody's got somebody. But my mom was also a prostitute. Anybody else? All right, fine. You know, whatever. My mom was a prostitute. And the good thing about having a mother that's a prostitute is that I know pricing. You know? In fact, I can say that I've been deeper inside of a prostitute than any man in this room. I was in there for 6 months because it was premature, you know, math. But I am also extremely happy because I got a DUI. And I didn't get it like most people, you know, where you just like go through a checkpoint and you have one too many drinks at happy hour. No, I hit a wall and my car caught fire. And the cop had to save my life because I get a DUI like a man. Right? And I was in jail that night next to a guy that was coming down off of meth, and he goes, "Hey man, everything happens for a reason." And I'm like, "The reason you're here is to remind me, never do meth." But I was in the cell with this other guy, and he was like, "Hey man, the food in this jail sucks, but if you go to the next jail over, that food is amazing." And I'm like, I'm in the same cell with a guy that Yelp reviews jails. And he was right, the food was terrible. If you've ever eaten jail, I grew up homeless, but I would never eat jail bologna. Like, that's disgusting, right? Actually, jail's not so bad because you talk. It's like camp, but you just can't leave. And, you know, and everybody talks, you know, you get to meet everybody. Really good people. There's these two guys that were in jail for the same charge. One was charged with hitting a woman. And I talked to this guy, a young black guy, seemed really cool. He offered me a job, and anyone that offers me a job is innocent. You know, I was like, this guy didn't do it, you know, it's not at all. But then there's this older black man that was also in jail for hitting a woman, and he goes to the phone and calls the woman he said he didn't hit. And the first thing he says on the phone is, "Bitch, I'll kill you." That guy did it. We all were like, give him the baloney. We just don't want to be near him. But I got out of jail, and it was actually not so bad. It wasn't so bad because you take the metro home, and I got to talk to a Nation of Islam brother. And they try and sell you on their religion. That's what they do. They get you at your weakest. And I remember I talked to him, and I was like, "All right, what's your pitch?" And he goes, "Well, first of all, you don't have a soul." And I'm like, "You don't know how to do sales. Because that's not how you sell a religion, you know?" And I'm like, "You can just take your bean pie and get out of here." And now I converted to Christianity, and I'm like wonderful for it. So I'm much happier. Anyway, I will say this, I am doing wonderful in life. I'm succeeding at a career that most people fail, so I'm happy. And it's not that hard. My mom was a failure, so no matter what I do, I still fail up, you know? All right, hey, everybody, you guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the show.